Hi everyone! Today I am going to show you how to make this cute little baby quilt. You'll see that it says baby quilt. We want to make sure our baby quilt is soft and perfect for whichever baby is going to get this quilt. We're going to make these little squares down here. And it's really important when I make this quilt that I know how to use any kind of ruler. You guys are using rulers and you guys are learning how to measure. I have this big long one. It's important to know how to use all of these rulers if I want to make my quilt perfect. Look, I made this one and I didn't use the ruler correctly. And so even though it's soft and really cute, the baby's not going to enjoy this. If I made this, look, I didn't use a ruler. I just kind of cut it wherever I want, and it didn't work very well. So I'm going to show you that I used a ruler to make this quilt. I used this ruler right here to help me make my first square that I need. And if I look at my directions, I can also see that I need to know how to read. So reading is very important as well. We're doing reading and math to make this beautiful quilt. So I need to know how to read. And my directions say that I need a square that's 4.5 inches. I used my ruler to measure. This ruler is 4.5 inches. So I used that to measure my square, and look how perfect it is. So my square was 4.5 inches. Then it says that I need some rectangles to fit with my square. So actually I'm looking at my square and I can see on my ruler that I actually made a little mistake. So I'm going to fix that because I need to make sure I do this correctly. Okay, I fixed it. And what I did was I didn't read my ruler correctly because my ruler is actually a little bit bigger than 4.5 inches. And I wasn't paying attention. That would have been really bad if I had tried to sew that and it wouldn't have worked. Here's my 4.5 inch rectangle that I need. It's 4.5 inches and I used my ruler to measure it. So let me show you what that looks like when it's all ready. Okay, let me just show you down here what I'm going to do. I'm going to measure my next piece with my ruler. My next piece has to be 2.5 inches. So I'm going to make sure I measure that correctly and do 2.5 inches. All right. Okay, there it is, 2.5 inches this way, from this side to this side, 2.5 inches. And this one is too long, so I have to make it shorter. Okay, I made it shorter and I'm going to put it on my quilt. Okay, here's my piece so far. Oh, let's cut this little string off so it's not in our way. There it is, because I measured correctly and I read my directions correctly. Now my piece looks like this part right here, which is the first part I need. And now I'm going to make the next part. So for the top here and the bottom, I need to have an 8.5 inch rectangle. I'm going to measure that right now. Okay, I'm using my ruler to help me, a different ruler this time, to help me measure 8.5 inches. All right, let's see, 8.5, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so here are my rectangles that I need now. Since I read the directions and I measured correctly, I'm going to sew these onto my little piece here. Okay, I finished my piece. Let's see how it looks. Let's see if I measured correctly and if I read my directions correctly. There's my piece. It's so cute. Let's see, does it look like my square here? There we go. Oh, they do. They look like they're supposed to. Since I did that correctly, now I can make 24 more of these and put them all together in my baby quilt and give this beautiful soft baby quilt to somebody that has a baby who needs a cuddly quilt. I'm so glad I know how to measure and how to read these directions so that I can make beautiful things for other people. I hope that that helps you understand why we need to learn how to measure. Bye!